Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your DuckyTheGamer back again with another video. Now we're here today back on mobile because I want to talk about something that happened sort of recently in the mobile community that I've seen pretty much like no one talk about, and that was the fact that a pretty massive Fortnite mobile update that was supposed to be released this season in season 4 for Android players and would eventually come to iOS players once the game comes back was just never released. It seemed to fly pretty under the radar, and so I wanted to talk about it in today's video, bring light to this situation, because I do think it's pretty important to cover a topic like this, especially with mobile getting as little love and support from Epic Games as it has been recently. It's just another, punch in the stomach for us mobile players, missing out on a potentially huge update for the future of mobile. And so as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you can go and drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, if you guys are new, it's free. It takes 2 seconds of your time. Code Ducky in the Fortnite item shop if you want to be lucky. One more thing, guys. You know what else you can use code Ducky on? G Fuel. I know I'm on mobile right now, but I've been putting in a ton of work on the keys recently on PC, and G Fuel's been there every step of the way, keeping me energized, all that good stuff. And so as always, you guys can feel free to use code Ducky on G Fuel. But you guys are probably wondering what update I'm talking about for mobile. Obviously, it's not an iOS update because iOS, it's just not receiving updates right now. But like I was saying, it was actually a Fortnite mobile Android update that was supposed to go live in the 14.2 update, and not much has been going on recently in terms of updates for mobile. And so this is why I was super excited when I originally saw the tweet and saw the... But anyways, like I was saying, I saw the tweet on my timeline that this specific feature was coming to mobile. And the feature that I'm talking about in today's video, and the reason I'm making this is because originally in the 14.2 update, mobile was finally going to be getting the colorblind option, the colorblind setting that has never been in the game. And I'm going to explain why that is a very important setting and a very important update for mobile to receive in just a second. But the interesting thing was Fortnite doesn't release patch notes anymore. Pretty much ever since chapter 2's come out, Fortnite had just gave up doing patch notes. They recently started releasing like emails, and these emails, they would let people know of like 3 or 4 things coming in the updates. But even then, it wasn't in the emails. The fact that Fortnite mobile was getting the colorblind setting was ultimately nowhere to be found other than in this tweet. But the weird thing about this tweet was that it was actually saying that the colorblind setting on Android had been removed on Android and PC because of a glitch. So the colorblind setting, as far as I know, never made it into the game from what it seems like on this tweet. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit up my guy Epic Games, see what he says about this, because if it's gonna be coming to mobile, I feel like, it would have been nice for someone to know, me to know, so that I could make a video on it, let you guys know, because it is a pretty big deal. Unfortunately, I never heard back from my person at Epic Games, but very shortly after they released the first tweet saying it had been removed on Android, Epic Games actually tweeted out yet again that this was a mistake and that Fortnite mobile was never supposed to receive the colorblind setting in this update. So a few weeks ago, we went from supposedly getting colorblind in Fortnite mobile for literally the first time ever after 11 seasons of having no colorblind settings, to then Fortnite tweeting out that it was all a mistake and it wasn't supposed to happen. And then that's ultimately where we are. It's been a few weeks since the 14.2 update. The colorblind setting and option has still not been added to mobile. I've got no clarification as to whether it was ever supposed to be added to mobile. And you guys are probably sitting there wondering yourself, why does a colorblind setting in Fortnite mobile 11 seasons after the game has come out even matter? And that's actually a very good question, and I think in my reason there's 2 very important reasons as to why this update mattered so much if we ended up getting it. The first thing and the main thing is that Fortnite mobile hasn't received any big updates in a very long time. When the game was first originally being developed and it was coming out of mobile, seasons like 5, 6, 7, pretty much every single week there was some new update, there's a new feature, new setting, heads-up displays were getting constantly tweaked. The game was in peak condition in terms of getting updates and getting new features added to the game to make mobile closer to PC and console. But as time has gone on, as mobile has progressed as a game, there have been very, very, very few major updates and quality of life improvements brought to the game in the last year. Like the biggest thing I can remember being added was the heads-up display editor V2, but that wasn't even that big of a change. And even before that, the only noticeable changes Fortnite mobile has been improvements in optimization, improvements in optimization when it comes to devices getting 60 FPS, 90 FPS, and even 120 FPS. But there hasn't been any key settings or anything like that added in literally like a year. And so this would have been an absolute great sign that Epic Games still cared about the mobile community, because at this point in time, season 4, it had been about a month since Fortnite mobile had been gone, and people were starting to lose hope. And in my eyes, this would have been such a great sign from Epic Games that they're developing for mobile still. They're still adding new features to the game for Android, even when iOS is off the App Store. So in my eyes, it would have just been a great thing from Epic's point of view to just have a new feature, a good update come out for mobile, considering everything that had been going on. Okay, dude, I'm literally getting beasted by these freaking Hinges, bro. I'm so glad they're on season 4. And the other thing is, mobile players, if someone is colorblind, they cannot experience this game the way it's meant to be. Colorblind settings usually are used by professional players to achieve some sort of advantage when it comes to, seeing inside of storms and just getting a different color palette for the game. So while usually regular and traditional players who aren't colorblind use this to get some sort of advantage, if you are colorblind and you do play mobile, you've never been able to experience the game how you normally experience games, because pretty much every other mainstream game out there has some form of colorblind setting or option, as far as I'm aware of. So Fortnite mobile is behind the curve in terms of colorblind settings and options, and this would have just been a great change, and like I said, a great quality of life thing for Fortnite to add, considering everything that was going on at the time. So either Fortnite mobile, us players were bamboozled by an accidental tweet from Epic Games, and colorblind settings, they were never meant to be in the game. But I truly believe that something went wrong in the development of the colorblind settings. I don't think that would have been tweeted if that wasn't true. And so yet again, the mobile community, the mobile player base has been let down by Epic Games. And I just wanted to make this video to sort of let you guys know that even on Android, the only mobile platform able to receive updates right now, they're still not updating the game. And they're still not really, in my eyes, paying mobile players too much attention, which is extremely unfortunate to say the least. I'm trying to give, Epic Games the benefit of the doubt that this was supposed to be an update and that mobile players were for the first time ever going to receive the colorblind setting. But I could also be terribly wrong, and it could be a mix-up on their end, and mobile is just never going to receive the colorblind settings. Personally, the colorblind settings, like I said, I was actually pretty hyped for that to come out on mobile sometime, because like I said, when it comes to competitive players using this, there's always been a mongrel, huge professional players using the settings. And as a mobile player, I've always wanted to test it out and see how it would be using these colorblind settings on mobile. So someone who isn't colorblind, I would have been able to try something for the first time. Someone who literally is colorblind, like I said, I feel bad for them. It's been 11 seasons and they still don't have something they arguably should have had a long time ago. Fortnite hasn't tweeted anything in over 2 months on the issue. And with the current state of Fortnite mobile and them and Epic Games just seemingly not caring about the mobile platform as a whole anymore, I really don't know if we're going to be getting any cool features or settings anytime soon. I'm recording this video on a game that's been stuck in season 3 for over 3 months. So having any faith in Epic Games that they might do the right thing at this point in time is kind of wishful thinking. And I hate ragging on Epic Games, but given the current situation and the fact that they could have remedied it by giving Android and eventually iOS players, when the game came out, a pretty sick update and a long awaited update, it would have at least restored some faith in myself and probably the mobile community as large, as I would have made a video on it showcasing this setting and giving Epic Games some good promotion for the first time in a while, instead of just making another video complaining that they did something wrong or they didn't do something they were supposed to. So will Fortnite mobile ever receive those big game-changing updates like we used to have back in the day? Probably not anytime soon. Fortnite mobile as a whole is really a well-developed game, and it is almost to the level of the current PC and console games. Fortnite mobile is almost as adept as PC and console. But the thing is, like I said, colorblind setting, it's just one of those really small, additions to the game that could have just brought the game full circle a little bit more. But I don't know. I can't tell the future. All I know is that no one really noticed this happened in the first place. On Twitter in the community, I was one of the only few people to spot this and make note of it. And I wanted to wait a few updates for Fortnite, if they wanted to add the colorblind setting, it's been about 2 months. They probably would have had enough time to fix it and put it in the game finally. But it does seem like they just made a mistake, and a pretty big one at that, in terms of the update. Also, dude, you love getting the slow glider bug. Oh, little no scope. Oh, wait. Taking my kill, bro. The bot's taking my kills. You're trolling. Who's this guy? He thinks he's good, boys. Feels bad, dude. Oh, and oh my god, I tag him. And then I take fall damage. Are you trolling me? Oh, he's cranking, boys. He's cranking. This guy's been a good sport. If I miss this shot, oh, I was gonna say if I missed this shot, I was gonna give him the win. Oh my gosh! On the last shot I hit, dude. No, I feel so bad. Dude, he was such a good sport, bro. He just vibing. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, maybe one day we'll get the colorblind setting. But other than that, it's been your boy DuckyTheGamer. Thank you so much for stopping by today's video, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.